Present and imperfect sentences 1 through 6. Number 1, it is hot. Hace calor. It is hot. Hace calor. Number 2, it was hot. Hacía calor. It was hot. Hacía calor. Number 3, it is 1 o'clock. Es la una. It is 1 o'clock. Es la una. Number 4, it was 1 o'clock. Era la una. It was 1 o'clock. Era la una. Number 5, it is 6 o'clock. Son las seis. It is 6 o'clock. Son las seis. It was 6 o'clock. Eran las seis. It was 6 o'clock. Eran las seis. First of all, why is it was hot, it was 1 o'clock, it was 6 o'clock? Why are those imperfect? Because remember, anytime you're describing anything, date, time, weather, feeling, emotion, location, if you're describing anything in the past tense, it's imperfect. And if it's an AR verb, the AR turns into aba. And if it's an ER-IR verb, like hacer, it turns into ia. Okay, so it is hot. It was hot. You're describing it was hot. Now, 1 o'clock is es la una. It was 1 o'clock turns into era la una. Remember that chant. Ser turns into era, and era comes from ser. Ser turns into era, era comes from ser. If you're having trouble with the idea of S turning into era, I've got a clip. Just type in era, and there are a couple clips on that. Now, it is 6 o'clock is son las seis. Remember, literally, they are the 6. Now notice, in the present tense, since it is son ends in an N, in the past tense, it also has to end in an N. So it was 1 o'clock is era la una. It was 6 o'clock is eran las seis. Why does it end in the N in the past? Because it ends in the N in the present. And notice on 6, it's EI. In Spanish, just like in English, it's normally I before E. Here's a nice rule of thumb for Spanish 1 and most of Spanish 2. It's always I before E, except for 6, 20, 30, and baseball. 6 is EI, 20 is EI, 30 is EI, and baseball is EI. All right, that's present and imperfect sentences 1 through 6.